Welcome in Pavita Science tutorial. Let's continue our this chapter control life processes of class 10th NCERT Science, and that is the second part of this chapter. In this video I will explain you 6.1 what are life processes. Now students, I already given the definition of a life processes. The life process means the basic functions performed by living organisms to maintain their life on earth is called the life processes. Now students, here they want to say that the maintenance function of living organism must go on even they are not doing anything particular. Means if you were not doing anything, okay, if you are sitting, if you are sleeping, then also maintenance functions of living organisms are going on. How? Okay, now see here, even when we are sitting inside class, even we are just asleep, that this maintenance job has to go on. The processes which together perform this maintenance jobs are called the life process. Means due to the life processes, maintenance job is going on inside our body. Now let's see here in this paragraph. Okay student, now see in this paragraph. Okay, since this maintenance process are needed to prevent damage and breakdown. Okay, yes, the working of the maintenance process is a very important. How you can maintain your body? You can maintain your body very simple by taking the food, and food provide you energy. No, then for the maintenance process, energy is needed for them, and this energy comes from where? This energy comes from, that is called the food, which is comes outside the body. Okay, and a process we commonly called nutrition. Then students, here nutrition's word is a given. Then nutrition means a what student? The process of taking in food and utilizing it is called the nutrition. When our food is utilized inside our body, then it will provide energy for performing various metabolic activities of the organism. That is called the nutritions. And nutritions comes from the nutrients. And what are the nutrients, students? The nutrients is an organic or inorganic substance which contains the carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals. These all are present inside the food, and when this food goes inside our body and utilized by our body and provides energy, that is called the nutrition. It means for the maintenance process, nutrition is very important. Then this line is a very important, students. For the maintenance process, nutrition process is very important here. Now, if the body size of the organism is to grow, additional raw materials will also be needed from outside, since life on earth depends on the carbon based molecules. Now, in the simple way, we can say that life on earth depends upon the foods. Okay, depends upon the food which contain a carbon based molecules. Means in the food carbon is present. I will give you example. Suppose that glucose. Okay, glucose formula is 6,6H12O6. Okay, then in the glucose you will see carbon is present. That's why we can say that in our food is called the carbon based molecules, or we can say that it's a carbon based molecules. Okay, then most of these food resources are also called the carbon based. Okay, carbon based is called. Why it is called the carbon based? Because these are made up of a carbon. Now here, most of these food molecules are also called the carbon beam. Depending on the complexity of these carbon sources, different organisms then use a different kinds of a nutritional processes. It's two students. Okay. Now different organisms can eat or different types of food. It's not necessary that all the organisms can take the same kind of the food. Okay, then it depends upon the habits of the organism. Some are eating only the grass, some are eating both, and some are eating only the meat. On the basis of the food we can divide the organisms like a herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Okay, but this all complexity of the organisms are dependent upon the carbon sources of a food. Now I hope students you will understand this paragraph. Okay, now move to this paragraph. Is it clear to you? Now next move to this paragraph. The outside sources of energy could be quite varied. Yes, quite varied means yes, it's a change. I told you about the herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Okay, and the herbivorous are those which can take only the green plant and the products of the green plant, and omnivorous which can take both your plant products also and the meat also, and the carnivorous are those which can eat only the flesh. Okay, that's why you can say that the outside sources of energy could be quite varied, since the environment is not under the control of the individual organism. No one can control the environment. Okay, then these sources of energy therefore need to be broken down or built up in the body and must be finally converted to uniform source of energy that can be used for the various molecular movements needed for the maintaining living structure, as well as to kind of the molecules the body need to grow. For this, a series of chemical reactions in the body are necessary, that is called the oxidizing reducing reaction. Yes, students, that is a very important. What is the oxidizing reducing reaction? For the movement of the molecules inside the body of the organisms, one reaction is a very important, that is called the oxidizing reducing reaction. And I told already, I have explained about the oxidizing reducing reactions in my first chapter of a chemistry. Oxidizing means addition of a oxygen and removal of a hydrogen, and reducing means addition of a hydrogen and removal of a oxygen. Then it can take inside the human body. This chemical reaction is a very important for our body or for the organisms. Okay, most common chemical name to which can helps means the breakdown molecules. Now students, you are thinking about what is the breakdown molecules. Means it helps in the breakdown of your food molecules. Okay, which can, when this food molecules is the breakdown, then it will provide you energy. For this many organisms, we need an oxygen source from the outside the body. Now, for breaking down of your food molecules, you will need the oxygen, which can be take from the outside of the body. The process of acquiring oxygen from the outside the body, okay, and use it in the process of breakdown of a food sources of cellular needs, that is called the respiration process. And this respiration process is a very common, you have studied in the junior classes also. Then we can say that respiration is the process which releases energy from the food absorbed by the body. And how respiration can take place, and how breaking down of the food takes place by taking the oxygen from the outside of the body. Okay students, Now here this paragraph is clear to you. I hope this second paragraph is also clear to you. Next move to third paragraph here. In the case of a single celled organisms, yes, single celled organisms are those organisms which are made up of only single cells. Okay, no specific organs are present inside it. Only exchange of gases or removal of waste may be needed because the entire surface of the organism is in contact with the environment. Like example I will give you, amoeba. Amoeba is a single celled organism. No specific organs are takes place. Only exchange of gases are takes place and the removal of the waste can takes place because its entire surface is in contact with the environment, but it's not happen in the multicellular body. Okay, see here, when the body size of the organism increases and the body design becomes more complex, like in multicellular organisms, no, it is here is a single celled organism, it means unicellular organism. Then what happen in the multicellular organisms? All the cells may not be direct contact with the surrounding environment. The simple diffusion will not meet the requirement of the all the cells. Then we can say that diffusion process can take place only in the single celled organisms. Its diffusion process cannot be takes place in a multicellular organism. Diffusion means it's a process which helps in the exchange of the gases here. Okay, then what we will do in the multicellular organisms, if diffusion process will not takes place in the multicellular, then what we will do here? Let's proceed in the another paragraph. Now in this paragraph they want to say, if have been previously how in multicellular organisms various body parts have specialized in the function they perform. We are familiar with the idea of these specialized tissues and with the organization in the body of the organism. It is therefore not surprising that the uptake of food and of oxygen will also be the function of the specialized tissue. However, this possesses a problem since the food and oxygen are not taken up at the place in the body of the organism while all parts of the body need them. The situation creates a need for the transportation system for the carrying food and oxygen from one place to another in the body. Student, you will see in whole paragraph they are only talking about the transportation system. Okay, then in the transportation system what happened, because you will see paragraph is a last, but they are talking about only the transportation. It means transport. No, then transport is the process. Transportation system means transportation system is the process in which substance absorbed or made in one part of the body is moved to other parts of the body. That is called the transportation system. Okay, then in this paragraph they are talking about only the transportation system for carrying food and oxygen from one place to another in the body. Let's move to another paragraph, students. Here, when chemical reactions use the carbon sources and the oxygen for the energy generation, it means chemical reaction use the carbon sources and oxidizing and reducing reactions here. Okay, they help in the breakdown of the food materials by taking the oxygen, and then after they provide the energy. Okay, they create byproducts that are not only useless for the cells of the body. Yes, after the reactions, after the oxidizing and reducing reactions, byproducts is the comes out. Okay, means products it's a comes out which are not useful for the body cells. Okay, but could even be harmful. These waste byproducts are therefore needed to be removed from the body and discarded outside by the process is called the excretion. Now students, here in this paragraph they are talking about the only the excretion. That excretion is the process in which waste product is a comes out outside from our body. Okay, or we can say that excretion is a process in which the waste materials produced in the cells of the body are removed from the body. Students, you will see here byproducts means here, suppose that when the glucose plus glucose plus oxygen, okay, oxygen is a combined here, then this is your reactants. Okay, it will give rise to what here, carbon dioxide, okay, water and energy. Okay students, then carbon dioxide is not good for our health, then this is a byproducts, this is our byproducts. Okay, then this carbon dioxide is a comes out from our body, then carbon dioxide is your waste product here, then that's why we can use the process here, excretion. Excretion is the removal of the waste product from our body, that process called the excretion. And here your byproducts are the carbon dioxide, water plus energy here. Now see here, if the basic rules for body design in multicellular organisms are followed, a specialized tissue for excretion will be developed, which means that transportation system will need to transport waste away from the cells in the excretory system. You know, in our body, removal of the waste product can take place with the help of the kidney. Now see here, kidney. Now we have a lungs also. The lungs helps in the removal of your gas waste, that is a carbon dioxide gas. This lungs helps in the removal of the carbon dioxide gas, and carbon dioxide gas is or we can say it's not a good for our human body, it's a waste product. That's it's a very necessary to remove this carbon dioxide from our body. And the kidney is also comes in the excretory system, which helps in the removal of urea from the body. And your skin is helps in the removal of your sweats. Okay, sweats means pasina. Then you will see here excretory, kidney and skin. These three here we can say that comes under the excretory organs, which helps in the removal of the waste product from your body. Because if this waste product is not comes out from your body, it will create a poisonous inside your body, that is not good for your health. It will sometimes it will cause the death also. Okay student, then this is about all this one. Okay, and here some questions are given, you can try these questions. Okay, you can try this question, and in my next video I will explain you nutrition, what is a nutrition. Then students, you will read this all topics thoroughly and nicely. If you have facing any kind of the problem, then you will comment me in my comment box. I will try to make the video of that problems. Till then, bye and have a nice day.